So hello everyone, welcome to another live stream. So today we are going to construct few angles, okay, but we are not going to take the help of protractor. We will construct the angles using compass and ruler, okay. So these things are basically taught in 8th standard, but application is unlimited, okay. So one word of caution, we should always use pencil for construction, but just for the purpose of visibility I am using pen, okay. So let's begin our construction. So first we will draw a ray, okay, it can be of any length. 60 degree is probably the easiest angle to draw using compass and ruler, okay. So what we'll do, let me check the ink in the pen. Yeah, that's working fine. So we'll draw a ray, okay. So a ray has one endpoint, so we'll mark the endpoint, and on the other side it moves endlessly, so we will denote it by using an arrow, okay. So we can name it, or the naming part I will do later. First let's construct it, okay. Then we will adjust our compass, okay. The adjustment is totally upon us, how much big or how much small we want our diagram to be, okay. So I'm taking this much, this measures how much, it's roughly 2.5, so you can take any measure. So what we'll do, we will place the tip of the compass at the end point, okay, and we will draw an arc, okay. Now, the arc, as we know, is a part of the circumference of the circle. I mean, if I can draw a circle, right, but I'm not drawing only a small part, so this is an arc. And without changing the measurement in the compass, what we'll do, there is a point where the arc meets the ray, so very carefully we will place the tip of the compass here, okay. I'm showing it again, this particular point, and then we will draw another arc which will intersect the previous arc at a certain point, okay. So now we can change the measurement if you want. So what we'll do, we will mark the points, okay, and then we will draw another ray through the two intersecting points, okay. And let's measure the angle that we have drawn. So yes, this is exactly 60 degree, as we can see, okay. So this is the easiest way of drawing 60 degree. In fact, as I told you before, 60 degree is the easiest angle to draw, okay. Now most of the times we are required to write the steps of construction, okay. Now I always advise my students not to memorize the steps of construction. So what we do, we will write the steps accordingly. I mean, just we will follow our construction process and then we will write the steps. So what I will do, I will draw one more diagram here and I will write step by step what we have done, okay. I will just make the heading steps of construction. So what we did, we we'll draw a ray. Okay, let me draw first and then I will. So I will draw. I'm drawing this again just so that I can write the steps. So I'm drawing a ray. Let me name it. I want the name of my angle to be ABC, so I will name the ray BC. Okay, so my first step will be a ray BC is drawn. Okay, the way of writing can be or it may differ from person to person, but the subject matter has to be same. Okay, now as I told, by taking any suitable radius, okay, we will draw an arc. That is what we did here. We took a radius. Why radius? Because if I complete this, it becomes a circle. So I will take the compass, adjust the compass, put the tip here, and will draw an arc. And I will name the intersecting point. Let's name it say X. Okay, so I will write with B as center and any radius an arc is drawn which intersects BC at X, or you can write BC at point X. Okay, now without changing what we did, we placed our compass tip at X and draw one more arc, is it? So by placing the compass tip here, we will draw one more arc. Let me name this intersecting point Y. So I will write with X as center because my compass tip was at the point X. So with X as center. In the step number 2 we wrote any radius, but here we will write with X as center and the same radius. An arc is drawn which intersects the previous arc, intersects the previous arc at Y. Now we have to draw another ray from B passing through Y. So let me name this ray BY. Or rather I will name it BA. Okay, while naming the ray we have to be careful. I mean, there is a difference between BA, ray AB and ray BA. If I write ray AB and ray BA, I'm just showing you the difference. So this means that the end point is at A while B is moving endlessly. And this means that the end point is at B and the point towards the A or the ray towards A is moving endlessly. So that is the difference. So we will write a ray BA is drawn passing through y. Okay, so therefore we can conclude our step. ABC is the, or ABC, angle ABC equal to 60 degree is the required angle. Okay, so we can write. Okay, measure, let us measure this one also. So this is passing through 60 degree. That means our diagram is accurate. Okay, we can write 60 degree here. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Chandragupta Sharma, nice sir. Thank you, Chandragupta, for joining our stream. So please like, and if you are new to the channel, please subscribe also. So we'll construct few more angles. I mean, there are not much options. We can draw very limited number of angles using ruler and compass. Okay. Now, so as we have already drawn 60 degree, now we can learn to draw 30 degree, which is a, or we can say this is half of 60 degree. Let us draw 60 degree, 30 degree and 15 degree. Half of 60 is 30, half of 30 is 15. Okay. So very quickly I will draw the angle 60 degree and then I will explain. Let me adjust my notebook a little bit. Okay. So let me draw the 60 degree very quickly and then we will proceed with. Or let me do one thing. Let us take a new page, that will be better. In lower classes we are taught to draw the angles using protractor, right? But as we grow up we have to develop this habit of drawing the angles using ruler and compass. Okay, so let us draw a 60 degree angle first and then we will proceed to draw so we are drawing the ray just like we did. Drawing these angles are really fun. In fact, I enjoy drawing them a lot. Okay, so this is the arc, and then without changing the radius we will place the tip here and then we will draw another arc. Okay, now since we are drawing 30 and 15 degree, right, I will draw the 60-degree using dotted lines, okay, just to avoid any confusion. So this is our 60-degree, but since we are drawing 30-degree, I am just drawing this way using dotted line. Now, for drawing 30-degree, we have to bisect 60-degree angle, right? So this is actually, we are going to construct an angle bisector. Okay, now how to draw an angle bisector? So what we'll do, we see that in the two rays we have the intersecting points. I mean, we have the point where the arc is intersecting with the rays. Okay, so what we'll do, we will just adjust our compass. Like I said, if we want our diagram to be big, the adjustment can be big and vice versa. So we will just adjust the compass and we will place the tip at one of the intersecting points. Okay, and we will draw an arc. This is very simple. I mean, 60, 30 and 15, these are probably the easiest angles to draw. Okay, and without changing the adjustment of the compass, we will place it at this point, because this is the another intersecting point. So we will draw another arc. Okay, and then we will join them. Okay, so this particular, in fact both the angles are 30-degree. We can just measure them for our confirmation. So let me place the tip here. Yes, so this is 30-degree, so this portion is also 30-degree. Okay, so we have got two 30-degree angles. So let me write 30-degree here, and the same process will be repeated for constructing 15-degree. We will bisect the 30-degree angle and then we will get 15-degree. It's very easy. So let me repeat the same process. I will adjust the compass accordingly. So these are the 2 points where my compass tip will be placed. Okay, so I will place my compass tip here and I will draw one arc, and then without changing I will place the tip here and I will draw one more arc. So I am repeating it again. Please do not use pen for constructing the angles in the exam, okay, or the numbers will be deducted. I am just using pen for the visibility purpose. So this is the point. Okay, so we have two angles, so both the angles will be 15-degree. Okay, so as we can see, our ray is passing very nicely. Okay, so this is our construction. Okay, so let us write the steps of construction then. Meanwhile, I would request all my viewers to please like my stream. Your one like, I mean, is such a encouragement for me. Otherwise, it is very tedious job to sit here and teach all alone. Steps of construction. So I will just show what I have done. So see, this is basically a construction of 30 and 15 degree. So we won't repeat all the steps of constructing a 60-degree angle. What we will write, we will kind of apply a shortcut. So we will write this is ABC. Let me name it ABC. So we'll write straight away an angle or angle ABC equals to 60 degree is constructed using ruler and compass. If you want, what you can do, you can just go back and you can write all the steps. Let me show you what we did. You can write all these steps that are followed for constructing a 60-degree angle. Okay, and then from step number 5 we will continue our steps for constructing 30 and 15 degree. Okay, so let me just label the points accordingly what I have done. X and Y. Okay, so is it visible? Yeah, this is very much visible. So this was our point X and this was our point Y. So let me write this step number 4. Okay, so you can just refer to the earlier part of the video. These videos will be saved once the live stream is over, so you can refer to the videos. Okay, so what was our first step? We placed our compass tip at X by taking any suitable radius, and then we placed our and then we drew an arc, and then we placed our compass tip at Y, and then we drew another arc which and both the arcs intersected at a particular point. That was our construction, right? So we'll write with X and Y as centers and same radius two arcs are drawn intersecting each other at P. So I am marking this point as P. Okay, and then we'll draw a ray through B and from B and through P. A ray let me name it M. So a ray BM is drawn through P. Thus angle MBC equals to 30 degree. Correct? MBC equals to 30 degree. Okay. So we will repeat the same steps. We will write now. We will write with X and Z as centers. Okay. with X and Z as centers and the same radius two arcs are drawn intersecting each other at, let me name this Q, at Q. Okay, and let me mark this N. A ray BN is drawn through Q. Thus, angle NBC equals to 15 degree. Okay, so if you are wondering why my steps are starting from point number 4, you can just refer to the first construction we did. Okay, so it is basically the continuation of the steps. So I am writing point number 4. So done. So this is our construction for 30 degree and 15 degree. So far we have learned 60 degree, 13 degree and 15 degree. This is basically a construction for angle bisector. It can be any angle. We can try the construction for angle bisector for any angle. Okay, fine. So we'll proceed. We will construct a 90 degree angle now. Let me do one thing. I will just draw and simultaneously I will write down the steps. Okay, construct an angle of 90 degree using ruler and compass. I'm just writing the heading, okay, because I will draw and write simultaneously. Steps of construction. Okay, so the if you have noticed, probably the first step for every construction is same. The construction starts by drawing a ray. Okay, so we'll draw a ray of any measure. So I want the name of my angle to be angle ABC, so I will name the ray BC. Okay, but I always advise my students that draw the diagram first and then write the steps. I am just doing it simultaneously so that it is easy to understand. Okay, so a ray BC is drawn. You can also write BC as BC and then put the arrow. Okay, so initial part is just like construction of a 60 degree angle. So we will write, let me draw it first. So compass, any measurement, so we'll place the tip at B. We'll place the compass tip at B and then we will There are 3 steps, so I'm drawing it, and just watch very carefully. Okay, so we'll place the compass tip here, and we will draw an arc. Okay, without changing, we'll place the compass tip here. We will draw one more arc. So this, as you can identify, is a 60 degree. Okay, and without changing the compass tip, once again we will place the point tip of the compass here and draw one more arc. So we have got 2 arcs this time. Okay, so let me name them. What should I name? I'm naming this P, this point as Q, and R. So I will write with B as center. Why? Because the tip of the compass was at the point B. Okay, so we'll write with B as center. Sorry, with B as center and any radius. An arc is drawn intersecting BC at P. Intersecting BC at P. Okay, then we'll write, and if you remember, the tip of the compass was at P, and our next arc was drawn at this point. So we will write with P as center and this time we are not going to write any radius. We will write with P as center and same radius. An arc is drawn intersecting previous arc at Q. Okay, and then we place the tip at Q and we drew one more arc that intersected the arc at R. So we'll write with Q as center. Like I said, there is nothing to memorize. The steps are not meant to be memorized. Okay, it is just how you did your construction. You have to write step by step. Just give me a minute. So with Q as center and same radius, an arc is drawn intersecting. Okay, now if we write intersecting the previous arc, it will mean that we are referring to this arc. Okay, but we are referring to the very first arc. So what we'll write, with Q as center and same radius, an arc is drawn intersecting the arc drawn in step 2. Was it step 2? Yes. At R. Okay, fine. Now what we'll do, we can change the adjustment. Okay, so we will draw 2 more arcs. So we'll place our compass tip. First we will place the compass tip at Q and then we will place the compass tip at R. So We will place the compass tip at Q and we will draw an arc. Then without changing, we will place the compass tip at R and then we will draw another arc. Okay, and let me name the intersecting point at, what should I name it, PQR. Let me name it T. Okay, so we'll write, with Q and R as centers, with Q and R as centers and same radius for both, two arcs are drawn intersecting each other at T. Okay, intersecting each other at T. So through T, I mean we have to draw a ray starting from B and it has to pass through T. So like I said, I wanted the name of my angle to be ABC. So I will draw a ray BA. Okay, so this is our 90-degree angle. Let me just confirm by measuring. So yes, this is very much a 90-degree angle. Okay, so we'll write through T, a ray BA is drawn. Therefore, angle ABC is, or you can write angle ABC equal to 90 degree. Or you may add is the required angle. Okay. So this is our construction. So in case you have any doubt, this stream will be saved as video once the live stream is over. You can just refer. So I would request my viewers to please like the stream. When you like a stream, YouTube, I mean the stream gets recommended to more and more people and it gives us a lot of encouragement. Okay, so I request my viewers to please like my stream. I will draw one more angle and we will continue this part in tomorrow's live stream. So we can do one thing, we can, since we have learned how to draw bisector, we can try drawing a 45-degree angle. We already have a 90-degree angle. So what we can do, we can draw a bisector or an angle bisector for this 90 degree and then we will finish off today's stream. Fine? Okay, let's do it then. Just give me a minute. I will be back in 2 minutes. I hope the handwriting is understandable. So what I will do, I will just write the extra steps here, because if you are constructing a 45-degree angle, the first six steps here will be exactly the same. Okay, so I will continue from point number 7. And let me change this question for, oh, this looks like 90-degree and 45-degree. Let me write 45-degree. Take it. So PQRST, I will mark this point as U. So what we'll do, we will adjust the compass accordingly, and we will draw two arcs, one from point P and another from point U. Okay. So this is our first arc, and this will be our second arc. And I am not changing the adjustment, okay? So this 2 points, or two arcs rather, let me name the intersecting point as, what should I name? P, Q, R. Where is S? Did I write anywhere S? No. So let me mark this V. Okay. So through V we will draw a ray. Okay, we will draw a ray, and that ray, let me draw it first, and then let me okay, so let me draw a ray. What should I name it? Let me name it DBC. DBC. So I will write with P and U as centers, with P and U. I am referring to these 2 points, okay? With P and U as centers, and same radius and same radius, two arcs are drawn intersecting each other at V. Okay, and point number 8 will be what we did. We drew a ray BD through V. So we'll write a ray. I hope my handwriting is visible and understandable. A ray BD. I used red color just to differentiate it, okay? Otherwise it might look different on camera. I don't know. A ray BD is drawn through So our angle DBC, or you may write CBD, this is same. A ray BD is drawn through V, therefore angle BDC is the required, or let me write angle BDC equal to 45 degree is the required angle. So should I measure it using protractor? Let us do it for confirmation. Yeah. So this is exactly 45 degree, passing between 40 and 50. Okay. So this way we can draw an angle of 45 degree. And I am saying it again, this is actually the construction for angle bisector. This can be done, or this can be rather drawn to, I mean, find out any angle. Like if I want, suppose the question, in the question it is said that draw an angle of 35 degree. So what we can do, we have to draw 70 degree first. 70 degree draw কৰি ল'ম আমি, ঠিক আছে। আৰু 70 ডিগ্ৰীৰ আধা হৈ গৈছে 35 ডিগ্ৰী। চ' ধুনীয়াকৈ আমি 70 ডিগ্ৰী এটা, কিন্তু 70 ডিগ্ৰীটো কি হৈ যায়, 70 ডিগ্ৰীটো আমি এই প্ৰটেক্টৰ দি আঁকিব নোৱাৰোঁ। আমি সেইটোক চৰি মানে কম্পাছেৰে আঁকিব নোৱাৰোঁ। আমি তাক প্ৰটেক্টৰ দি আঁকি পেলাই তাৰপিছত ধুনীয়াকৈ এংগল বাইচেক্টৰ এটা আঁকি দিব লাগিব। অ'কে, অনলি দেন উই কেন draw 35 degree. So angle bisector is a very useful tool. Okay, so let me show one. Right, I have been talking about angle bisectors from a long time, so I was supposed to end my stream, but let me draw an angle. I will not write the steps, I am just showing how to draw. Okay, so this is actually a continuation. Okay, so you can just refer to the, or replay the video as many times as you want. I will save the video once the stream is over. So let me just show you how to draw angle bisectors. We have already drawn so many angle bisectors, right? So this time I am only drawing the required angle, I mean the bisected angle using compass. Like 80 degree. 80 degree cannot be drawn, or if I say 100 and half of 115 degree, so 115 degree cannot be drawn using compass, right? Okay, just let me put the heading, drawing angle bisectors. So let me draw any random angle. What should I take? Let me take 50 degree. Okay, so this is 50 degree. So how to draw an angle bisector? Just take the compass, okay, place the tip at the vertex, okay, and then draw an arc. Fine. If you want, you may change the adjustment or let it be. I am just changing the adjustment. So we have two intersecting points, is it? So we'll place the compass tip here, we'll draw an arc, and then we will place the compass tip, and then we'll draw one more arc, and we will join them. Let me join it using a red color. looks nice, doesn't it? So both the angles are of 25 degree. See, is it 25 degree? And obviously the remaining angle will also be 25 degree. So this is 25 degree and 25 degree. Okay, clear? So this was angle bisector of 70 degree. Angle bisector of 70 degree. So let me show one with an obtuse angle, and then we will wrap up today's live stream. Say 130 degree. So let me draw an angle of 130 degree first. It's raining heavily outside. So cold it is. Okay, most of the times, just I teach a very small thing. Most of the time, students get confused. I said I will be drawing angle bisector of 130 degree. Now which 130 degree? They get confused because there are two 130 degrees. एक यहाँ पे, एक यहाँ पे. Okay, so this is probably, students, they have this tendency of forgetting small details, right? So always adjust the protractor with the zero. So wherever the zero is, the counting of the angle should start from there. Okay, if my zero is here, which is in the lower level, so my counting will start from here. So 0, and we'll write 130 degree. So this is 130. Let me draw it first. Okay, so our angle is ready, and we will construct the angle bisector now. So we'll take the compass, adjust it as per our convenience, and we will draw an arc. Okay. So we have two intersecting points. So we'll place the compass. We can adjust it at this point, but the two arcs have to be of the same radius. Okay, so I adjusted it a little. So we'll draw one arc, and without changing, I will place it here, and we will draw one more arc. Okay, and then we will join the vertex and the intersecting point. So what is half of 30 degrees? 65. Let us measure if the angles are 65 or not. Yes. So the angle is exactly 65 degree. Okay, so this is how angle bisectors are constructed. So I hope today's stream was helpful for you. There are few more angles. We have 120 degree, 150 degree, 135 degree. So I am planning to cover these in tomorrow's live stream. And once again, just let me tell you, once the stream is over, these videos will be saved in my channel. So you can go to my channel, watch them as many times as you want. Okay, if you have doubt, just comment me, or you can mail me. There is a mail in the description of the video. Okay, So thank you to all my viewers for joining today's live stream. I mean, your participation encourages me a lot. I'm saying it from my heart. Okay, it really encourages me. So I will try to explain more and more topics in my live stream. So that's it for today. See you tomorrow, and thank you so much for joining. Bye bye and good night.